Jackson 5's on.
I think that one's, no wait. No, that one's the fake one. No.
That one's the real one, and that one's the fake one.
What?
Yeah, I'm on Team Jake. This is real.
Is this a trick? What are they both fake? Are they both real?
One is real and one is fake.
This one's real.
Same.
I don't know. I mean.
No, this one's real.
Okay.
I don't think that's true.
To be honest, I'm a little worried. You know, obviously, there's a study that said a lot of millennials, people in our generation, can't distinguish between real news and fake news, and that worries me. Because if I'm putting out actual stories, if I'm writing actual articles about things that are actually happening, and I'm getting half the clicks of something that says, I don't know, you know, Sarah Palin caught in bed with Donald Trump, internet explodes. You know, some hyperbolic statement linking to a half-truth article. You know, how's that supposed to make me feel?
What can people do to protect themselves against fake news?
I figured that was out. Oh, well, actually read instead of going by headlines. Like getting information instead of affirmation. Like stuff that like satisfies your own like viewpoints isn't always the right thing.
Confirmation bias.
Exactly. Yeah. So actually reading that stuff instead of just going by headlines and then.
What do you think people can do to prevent from falling victim to fake news?
Well, one is check the sources on the story. Make sure that it's from a reputable website.
People are so quick to reshare something based on a headline, and that's like, that doesn't help. It doesn't help you, one, look like you know what you're talking about, and two, like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help your understanding of it. So I think just people need to, one, pay more attention to what they read and be knowledgeable about how to spot fake from good news and not just quickly kind of reshape what's real.
As a young journalist, I definitely think that I need to point it out on social media when people are sharing fake news stories. I think that people don't know that like fake news is such a big problem, so they just report anything because they trust the media. So we end up getting all these fake news stories and people just have no idea that they're not realistic.
I think this is right.
So, this is the fake one.
Yes!
Yes!
I was
this
you.
close too.
Because people don't read the whole article now.
That's the real one.
Okay,
because she actually did tweet that, and the Daily Dot is an actual real publication.
Oh my God.
The reason there's not so much information on that one is because it is about a tweet. It's just a tweet. They're just like, oh, she tweeted this. This one is fake because that position is not real.
I think people are sharing headlines. The collective attention span of a lot of people is very limited, and you know, if you share an attention-grabbing headline, that'll make people react.
How do you think? What are ways that you think people can determine that an article is fake?
Check the sources that they use.
Okay.
That's what I don't always do that.
If there's only one article, or like if it was real, there'd be like multiple articles.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I always
See,
go and
because
check
with this,
before.
if you go look this up, this is the only article about it. There's nothing
Oh wait,
else confirming.
you didn't make this? This was
No,
actually
no,
online?
that was actually online.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's a curveball.
We've gotten to this whole post-truth society, and I think that that's really hitting the millennial generation a lot more because we're known to be more lazy, and reading headlines is an easy way to get news, which sounds... It's very upsetting to hear things like that, but it's realistic.
This has always been a thing in some form or another. It's just that now it's on social media, on a platform where it's easily shareable. And I think that, coupled with the fact that people are more likely to just read something and not look into it, makes it more likely for people to assume that it's true and not do any research on the fact that it may not be serious.
Going forth to protect people from fake news, I mean, it's exactly what you just said in the question. Journalists, I believe, are guardians of the truth. At the kernel of every story is a basic truth that can be verified. Even if the data around it might perhaps be looked at in a way that would justify the conclusion of the story, or the interviews would help to set the story up. At the basic tenet of every interview, there's a fact, an indisputable fact. And as a journalist, it's my job to make sure that that fact is true. And that's what a lot of these clickbait news stories and these fake news stories don't do. They don't have that kernel of truth at their center that can be expanded upon.